Hi everyone, let's see if we can answer this SAT math problem. We want to find the value of x and we got this equation here. Let's solve it. So if we look at the left hand side of this equation, we have 3 and we have a square root on it, and a square root of 3 means 3 raised to the power 1/2, and then we have this guy. Let's keep it as it is, and what is on the right hand side? On the right hand side we have 243, but if you look at the left hand side is a base 3. Can we write 243 in terms of 3 as powers of 3? The answer is yes, because 243 is just 3 raised to the power 5. Now we can use this property, and this property says that if you have a raised to the power m raised to the power n, then that is just equal to a raised to the power m times n. We can use this property on the left hand side because we have 3 raised to the power half raised to the some power, so that will be equal to 3 raised to the power 1/2 times this complicated power which is inside the square root, so 90 plus square root of x. And on the right hand side we have just 3 raised to the power 5 as it is. We know another property that says if you have a raised to the power m and that is equal to a raised to some other power, if the bases are same, then the exponents must be same. Since the bases are same, so the exponents must be same. On the left hand side you have half times this square root thing, 90 plus square root of x, and on the right hand side we will have the exponent which was 5. But we want to find the value of x here, so we would like to isolate x. We have 1/2 here, we want to get rid of 1/2, so we will multiply by 2 on both sides. So this half will cancel with this 2, so you will have 90 plus square root of x, and that is inside of another square root. And on the right hand side you have 5 plus 2 is just 10. Again we want to isolate x, so let's get rid of this upper square root, and in order to get rid of the square root we need to take square on both sides. So on the left hand side we will have 90 plus this guy square root of x, and on the right hand side 10 square is 100. We want to isolate x, so let's get rid of this 90 from here. So subtract 90 on both sides. If you subtract by 90, then you will get square root of x on the left hand side, and 100 minus 90 is just 10. We are just one step away from our answer. We want to get rid of the square root, so again take the square on both sides. Square and square root will cancel each other, so on the left hand side you have just x, and on the right hand side 10 square is 100. So what is the value of x from here? This equation will be true only when x is equal to 100. But we can even in fact verify this as well, okay? And it is not difficult to verify. Let's plug in 100 into this equation and see if our solution is correct or not. Okay, so let me rewrite this equation. The equation was, so this was the original equation, and we had x is equal to 100. We want to see if this value of x satisfies the given equation or not. So let's plug in x equal to 100. So here we have square root of 3, and then on top of it we have square root of 90 plus square root of x is 100, and on the right hand side we should get 243. So we want to see if we plug in x equal to 100, then if it is true or not. Let's simplify. So we have square root of 3 here, and then square root of 90 plus, what is square root of 100? Square root of 100 is 10, and we want to see if it is equal to 243 or not. And again we have square root of 3 here, and on top of it we have square root of 90 plus 10 is 100, if this is equal to 243 or not. And this means that we have square root of 3. And what is square root of 100? Square root of 100 is 10, and if this is equal to 243 or not, we want to see. But what is square root of any number? Square root of any number means a raised to the power 1/2, right? So let's use this property. On the left hand side we have 3 raised to the power 1/2 raised to the power 10 will be equal to 243 or not. And if you remember the property, we said if we have a raised to the some power raised to the another power, then that means just multiply these powers. So we have 1/2 times 5, 1/2 times 10, so 3 raised to the power 1/2 times 10, if this is equal to 243 or not. But 1/2 times 10 is equal to 5. So on the left hand side we have 3 raised to the power 5, and on the right hand side we should get 243. And this is true because 3 raised to the power 5 is 243. It means that the solution we had x is equal to 100 is true for this equation, and this is the only solution of this SAT math problem. Thank you.